Hello, CISD learners and parents and guardians. My name is Dr. Dina Dinas. I am the Executive Director of Teaching and Learning. And I want to take a few minutes as we are beginning the registration process for the 22-23 school year to remind you of some changes that have been made to our local CISD GPA policy. Parents and guardians, if you have a learner who went through our school system previously, there have been some changes since he or she graduated, and we want to make sure you are aware of them and reminded about the GPA implications of any courses that a learner is signing up for. Just a little bit of background, you know that there are 4 core values that really drive all the decision making in the Coppell Independent School District. These were developed as part of our strategic design process, and the redefining success value really came out of 2 pain points that we as a community were experiencing. The first was being overloaded. Parents were overloaded, guardians were overloaded, learners were overloaded, teachers were overloaded. Everybody scheduled every minute of every day as a reaction to what some had termed the GPA rat race. That learners were filling their schedules, families were encouraging the filling of schedules so that learners could achieve the highest GPA ranking possible. We recognized that we were really defining success based on GPA or being in the top 10% of our class, and that we needed to consider metrics beyond grade point average or GPA as we looked at what success could mean for each individual. But having said that, we also had to recognize that not all courses have the same level of rigor. And so we want to remind you about the 2 GPAs that are in place for learners. The first is the cumulative GPA. The cumulative GPA is quite literally the culmination of all high school credits and attempts at credit by a learner. If a learner in middle school is taking a course for high school credit, that's when their cumulative GPA begins. Let me say again, middle school credits do not count for your cumulative GPA unless the course is a high school credit course. So examples of that might be Algebra 1, Geometry, Art 1, etc., and they are designated in the course guide as high school credit courses. Every course that earns high school credit from that point on becomes part of a learner's cumulative GPA. This includes physical education, any electives or athletics, fine arts, etc. All of those courses are part of the cumulative GPA. Rank in class is the GPA that is used to calculate ranking in the top 10%, and not all classes are included in the rank in class GPA. Courses that are included in rank in class are designated in the course guide 2 different symbols depending on what graduating class or classes you are a part of. CISD believes that all of our course offerings are important and they are part of the growth process. They help us graduate well-rounded learners. However, we also acknowledge that they don't all require the same amount of critical thinking or problem solving. And so the next slide will detail, depending on your graduating class, which courses count in the ranking class GPA. If your learner will be a graduate in the class of 2023 or 2024, the following courses, whether they are college ready, we used to use the term on level, honors, GT, AP, or IB variants of these courses count in the ranking class GPA. Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and whatever 4th year mathematics course he or she might choose to take. Biology, chemistry, physics, and whatever 4th year science course your learner chooses to take. World geography, world history, U.S. government, and economics, English 1, English 2, English 3, and English 4, and all levels of languages other than English, or what you might hear termed LOTE courses. In addition to all of the courses that I've just named, counting in rank and class GPA, any additional AP or IB, math, science, social studies, languages other than English courses will be added to your rank and class GPA. Any courses such as AP, IB, honors, or any other credit that is earned through credit by exam or distance learning. Any courses deemed appropriate by the Coppell ISD curriculum department are also in the rank and class GPA. How will you know? They are indicated in all CISD course guides with the symbol you see at the bottom of this column. If your learner will be a graduate in the class of 2025 or beyond, we have greatly reduced the number of courses that will count in the rank and class GPA. Those are listed for you on the right-hand side of this slide, and they are Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, the first credit of Biology, Chemistry, and Physics, World History, U.S. Government and Economics, English 1, English 2, and English 3, the first 2 years of any language other than English course. Any variant of these courses, such as GT, AP, IB, honors, or any credit earned through credit by exam or distance learning, and all those courses are indicated in the CISD course guides with the symbol you see at the bottom of the right-hand column. The changes to the CISD GPA policy are about aligning our core values to our daily practices. We want to see learners pursuing their passions and creating an environment where it is possible to do that, where they don't feel like they are caught up in a GPA rat race, but instead are pursuing topics that are of interest to them. This in no way changes the number of courses that we are offering. Instead, it is a step to ensuring that learners who enroll in courses such as AP Psychology, AP European History, etc., are there because they love the content and they are interested, instead of seeing that as a way to increase their rank and class GPA. AP Psychology and AP European History, as well as many other courses that are no longer part of our rank and class GPA, still count in their cumulative GPA. But we want learners pursuing their passions, not chasing the GPA. We've provided some resources for you should you want to read the local school board policy EIC adopted in 2019 that is linked for you here, as well as the 3 high school course guides for the 22-23 school year. The middle school course guides, which also have courses that will count in rank and class GPA in them, will be released later this month on January 28th. Any questions about our local policies can be addressed to the campus counselors and or to me, Dr. Dina Dinas, Executive Director of Teaching and Learning. Thank you so much for your time. We celebrate the environment we are creating together in Coppell ISD to help all learners achieve at their own highest level.